Escape from Tarkov doesn't welcome you. It dares you to quit. You load in, you don't know the map, you don't know the extracts. And if you're lucky, you might survive long enough to die confused instead of instantly. No UI, no handholding, just anxiety, loot, a guy named Killa who might erase you before you can blink. But what if it didn't have to start like that? What if Tarkov had a mode where you could actually learn where you lose, where you can understand the rhythm of the game without burning your stash or your sanity? PvE might not be the hardcore Tarkov you heard horror stories about, but it might just be the version that saves it. Tarkov's learning cliff. When I first picked up Tarkov, it felt like the game actively hated me. I had no idea where to go, no idea what buttons did. I didn't even know what gun I was holding. You get dumped in with a stash of random gear, some M4s, a few pistols, maybe some armor and meds, and then it's like, good luck. You step into maps like Customs or Reserve, and it's like entering another planet. There's no objective marker, there's no ping system, you don't even know where you spawned half the time. PvE changes that. It lets you slow down, actually learn. You can die to scavs and figure out why. You can explore, get lost, and not panic about losing everything. That's the first step to understanding Tarkov. It's survival, but with space to learn. The PvE difference. Here's the thing. PvE doesn't make Tarkov easy. It's still terrifying. The scavs will laser you if you let your guard down. You still panic when you hear footsteps. But what PvE gives you is room. Room to explore, room to experiment, room to fail without hating yourself after. Offline raids were fine, but they always felt fake. No stakes, no surprises, no pressure. But they did offer the ability to learn the map, run through with no excitement. PvE has structure, it has threats, but it gives you time to figure things out. When you finally do, the first successful extract, it's different. Learning the maps without losing your mind. Tarkov maps are no joke. You don't realize how wild they are until you're sprinting through woods for 10 minutes just trying to find the shack that might have a backpack. No minimap, no compass, unless you bring one, extracts that change by faction, or require items you've never even seen. In PvE, you can slow it all down. Run through an entire raid just looking for exit paths. Learn scav spawn points, learn which buildings are death traps, and which ones are worth hitting. That kind of freedom makes the game so much more enjoyable. The real problem, other players. I'm not saying players ruin Tarkov, but yeah, they kind of do. Some are cracked out of their minds, 3,000 hours deep, with meta kids and max traders. Some are just straight up cheating. I've died to people I never saw. I've been shot through walls. I've rage quit more times than I can count. PvE removes that stress. You still fight, still get ambushed by AI, but at least you know the playing field is fair. You know you can actually get better instead of getting tilted. Playing with friends, or solo. Running PvE with friends is so much fun. You're yelling into your mic, calling out scav locations, dragging each other's loot out. It's pure chaos. But what I didn't expect was how good it is solo too. You take your time, no pressure, no callouts, just you and the game. You start noticing things you missed, start playing smarter. Whether you're lone scav sniper or the squad commander, PvE supports how you to play. What it costs you. Alright, here's the catch. PvE isn't free. Base game, 45 to 70 bucks. Then if you want PvE, that's another 30 bucks on top. Edge of Darkness used to include it, but that's gone. That version was $150. Now there's Unheard Edition, $250. For real, $250. But here's one thing that might justify it. PvE doesn't wipe. Your progress stays. Unless BSG rolls out a massive overhaul, your stash, skills, and everything else are safe. In a game known for starting everyone from scratch every few months, that permanence feels amazing. Final thoughts, CTA. PvE won't replace what Tarkov is. It's not supposed to, but it's one version of the game that finally lets players learn. You're still scavving, still looting, still panicking, but now it's on your terms. You're not just surviving anymore, you're understanding. And for me, that was the first time Tarkov ever felt like a game worth sticking with. If you made it to the end of this video, like if you've ever rage installed, comment if PvE gave you your first clean run, and sub if you want more content that cuts through the grind.